Two men on a mission down the rabbit hole of the thoughts that keep you awake at 3 a.m. Welcome to Dose of Dysfunction.
All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Dose of Dysfunction. I am your host, Casey, the self-proclaimed life coach, and with me today is Just Ian.
Yep.
Quite literally, Just Ian.
Yep. Nothing. Brock's not here today. Resident Redneck is gone.
So what shall we do? How can we, I was thinking we could do a whole bit just bashing the redneck just because redneck jokes are fun. But then I was like, that's really not fair. He can't defend himself. So my thought is we could play a little game and see how this goes of would you rather. I call this getting to know Ian.
Getting to know Just Ian.
Just Ian. I don't know, the missing link, though, that's kind of growing on me.
The missing link?
That or Baby Sasquatch, one of the two.
Baby Squatch.
Baby Squash. Oh, my God. That may be what we have to go with. So we'll give a few of these a shot. I mean, there's lots of them, so we can have some fun here with them. Let me hit you with the first one. Would you rather have finger-sized nipples or nipple-sized fingers?
Wait. Nipple-sized fingers?
So, your nipples would be, finger-sized? Or your fingers
okay, so
would
my
be...
nipples are sticking out, the length of my fingers.
Yeah.
Okay, but I don't have,
No, I think
Or I have big, meaty sausage fingers that are the size, the girth of my nipple.
Well, no, it just says nipple-sized fingers, so you'd have these little stubby things.
So I wouldn't have fingers.
Are we talking dime-sized nipples that you see sometimes?
Well, that's what I'm saying. We could have freaking Kawhi Leonard's hands where he has, fingers that are...
Yeah, no, but I mean, if they're
4
nipple-sized, it wouldn't matter how, round they were. The length would still be fairly stubby. You walking around? I mean, it would make
see, that's what I'm saying. Is it just, the circumference of my finger, or are we just doing, how far out it goes?
Well, just overall finger size. Could you imagine, though, having that always, what's a finger? A couple inches long at least, sticking in your shirt
consistently.
What's
that move? Is it Austin Powers? The ones with the guns where they come out of the bra?
Oh, right. Yeah, the boob bullets.
Yeah.
But now imagine this, though. Think of this from I'm going to take this the guy's perspective, right? If the guy had finger nipples, now how much easier would that make it when you were with a chick, chest to chest, and you're making out and you can still play with her boobs?
It's an ambidextrous. It's able to move like a finger. Or is it just a soft...
Oh, if it was just a soft...
Kind of like a tassel?
If you could make them helicopter.
If you could make them helicopter, it might be worth it. Because then that's pretty much you're having 2 little dicks hang off your nipples.
Yeah, if you could helicopter it, I mean...
But if you just have, hands with nubs...
that would suck.
You got your fingers chopped off and you can't grab anything.
Could make 4, though, if you, if you're the, finger style keyboard, hunt and peck keyboard, that'd make it a little easier there. Typing, just pat, 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 pat. Now I'm going with finger-sized nipples.
Yeah, I want to be able to use my fingers. So I feel like if I have nipple-sized fingers, then I wouldn't be able to do the same thing.
I could get over it, though. But could you imagine you're intimate with a chick and she decides to suck on one of them?
Also, do these fingers, these nipples that are the size of fingers, do they, get erect? Or...
I'm thinking, yeah, if they have...
or do they, droop down when... You're just you have soft nipples compared to hard nipples.
Well, I think it's a whole blood flow thing again. So then when you get aroused, you're poking this person with you're trying to give a hug, but you're turned on and here you are poking him with.
Holy shit, dude! What are you doing? Sorry.
That would be awesome.
Got a little excited. Yeah, I would still do.
You're hugging some chick and she's like, "What are you doing?"
Don't worry about it. It's easier for me to show you than to explain.
You would never get laid again. I'm just telling you right now.
I'm sure there's some lady out there that wants to suck on those nips. Come on.
Oh, that's so true, right?
There's somebody who wants to fuck a Pokemon. I can find a woman who wants my finger-sized nipples.
I like it. All right. Next. Would you rather eat chocolate flavored shit or shit flavored chocolate?
Shit flavored chocolate.
Yeah, that's
all
just,
day.
Yeah. That's just nasty.
That shit might taste good, but it's shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's shit.
I've tasted a lot of bad things before, and it's just like, oh, I don't like that. Okay.
Yeah, it'd be easier to be like, oh, this is nasty, than to be like, wow, this is tasty, but you know what you're eating. Oh.
And it's like the people like who eat bugs and stuff.
Then there'd be like corn in it. There'd be corn in it. Can I get you a chocolatey corn poop for dessert?
Yeah, I would eat shit flavored chocolate, I think.
Yeah, I think I'm with you there. It may not taste good, but whoa, now think of it this way though.
How do you know what shit tastes like?
That's
the other great question.
Yeah, that's good. But no. So if it was reversed and your shit was chocolate flavored and the chocolate was shit flavored, then if you ate shit flavored chocolate, then would it turn your chocolate flavored shit into shit flavored shit?
I don't know what you just said right there. But yes.
Fair enough.
That was like a woodchuck.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Damn woodchucks! Why do you keep chucking my wood? I love that commercial.
Geico comes out with the best commercials.
They do. That's some good shit right there. Well, just sticking along the shit line, would you rather shit on someone or have someone shit on you? Now that's a legit fetish. Some people like a good old Cleveland steamer, right?
Is this like, do I just have to shit on one person and go, or?
I mean, I don't know.
Am I stuck with this fetish for the rest of my life? Am I shitting on somebody?
I think it's the instance, but I think this is where you really get to know whether somebody's got the fetish or not.
I'd very much rather shit on somebody than get shit on.
Yeah, so true, but it would still
I would try and make it epic too, like stand at the top of a tall tower and try and really pinpoint them.
Aim it?
Maybe knock them out.
Like your ass hanging off the Empire State Building. You're like, ready, aim, fire! Good thing I had Mexican last night.
Go. Where are we dropping, boys?
Right?
Yeah, I would totally shit on people. It doesn't have to be one person. I'd shit on multiple people.
Seagulls ain't got shit on me.
Making it rain.
Oh, how horrible would that be? Ugh, yeah.
What about you? Are you getting shit on?
Oh no.
Shit on.
Yeah, that idea of like a dirty.
Plus, I could scream, "Get shit on" at those people.
Yeah, that's pretty good. No, I couldn't imagine. Like, I get the golden shower thing and that. Like, that is a legit fetish for people. But no, I don't have the, like...
It's not my cup of tea.
I'm not like, hey, squat over me and put a nice fat one on my chest. Like, that's not what I,
I just want to feel the warmth.
Like, and not only that, like, I don't have that... Oh, nowhere in me has the desire to, like, watch it come out of somebody either.
That's what I'm more... Like, when I think about that stuff, is it the people literally just loving to get shit on, or do they just like watching people shit?
I think it's
or is it a mixture?
It's a mixture, but there's also too though the people. I would imagine smell probably plays a factor because there's some people who like that smell. It's not nasty to them. I don't know, man.
I can't go too deep into this because I don't know about it.
It's not my gig. I mean, I would legit, and I really wouldn't judge, but I would legit.
I would judge, definitely. If somebody told me, yeah, dude, I like to get shit on, I'm like, you're pretty fucking weird.
I would have some legit questions about it.
You are in the minority, my friend.
Well, I want to understand the psychology of it. Is like, what is it about that you're like, this is awesome? I mean, because
what makes that get you going?
You know, because I mean, you run your hand through the toilet paper, right? And you get some on your finger, and you're like, God damn it! Like, it's shit. Yeah, it's a moment. You're like, what do I do? You know? No. Can't
Yeah,
do
it's
it.
even my own shit.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Somebody
like,
else's shit.
I have enough problems dealing with my own shit. I don't want to deal with your shit. All right. Would you rather have sex with a hideous, ugly person or a beautiful, fresh corpse?
Person.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do legal shit.
Is the body still warm? I mean,
did I just murder this person and I can have sex with them, or?
What happened if they died during? Does that count? Like, I mean, that's a legit part of the question.
I don't think it is.
I mean, if you're having sex with a hottie and
she just has a
dies,
heart attack in the middle,
right? Do you stop?
Yes. I think the law requires you to as well.
What are they
Would
going
that
to know?
be considered manslaughter? It's the true question.
Sorry, I didn't call 911 in time. I wasn't finished.
I had to finish first. Hold on.
Oh, then they do the little kit, right? They're like, yeah.
You're
I'm sorry, this was post-mortem. I mean, the truth would come out. Oof, it's a rough one.
Yeah, definitely an ugly person. I'm not fucking a dead person.
Yeah. I'm with you there.
I'm interested in the people who said, yes, I will fuck a dead person.
Well, I think there's people vain enough that they're like,
I would never fucking hit a hideous person. I'm too good for that.
Oh yeah, their vanity would get in the way of that. But I mean,
if anything, put a bag over their head.
I was gonna say, when the lights are off, what's it matter?
Yeah. Turn off the lights, put a mask on.
If it feels
be a furry.
That's right. Exactly. They make costumes for that. Would you rather go bright purple when embarrassed? We thought I was going somewhere else with that. Or sweat so much you soak your clothes? I think that's a legit issue for people anyway.
Yeah, that's like anxiety in the first place.
Right. So if you're going that bright purple
but okay, there's the difference between you just get really sweaty and then like completely drenching your clothes like you just worked out for an hour and a half in a hot sauna.
Yeah, but there are people that sweat like that. You're like, Jesus, man, are you about to have a heart attack? Like they barely do any physical work.
Which would I rather do? Or have happen to me? I don't know.
I'd rather go bright purple. That'd almost be fun. At that point, you could do videos. The sweat thing, people get grossed out. They'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, I think somebody would be like, why the fuck are you turning purple? But I guess you could just be like, oh, yeah, I turn purple when I get embarrassed, instead of somebody just being like, why are you drenched?
The only problem, though, I see with the bright purple when embarrassed is if people knew you turned like bright purple, we'll even take it to this extreme. You're like fuchsia, you know, or you look like a fucking cartoon grape, you know. Then it would be game on to embarrass you all the time just to get you to do that. It would be
like as a kid, you'd be continuously bullied because you're the guy who turns purple. Just like, look at this little fuck. He turns purple.
Yeah.
And then somebody points out that you turn purple and you get embarrassed because you turn purple, and it's just a vicious cycle. You're fucked.
It is a vicious cycle, but the thing is the reason I'd rather go bright purple when embarrassed is because I think that over time, because of everybody harassing you, eventually nothing would embarrass you anymore. You'd be like, yep, seen it.
Yeah. Your tolerance would probably go up.
Well, and then I think you'd learn how to shift that to just fuck with everybody else. They'd be like, yeah, watch this. And you'd be like, oh, you want some of that? Let me, that idea, a dude walks up and he puts his hand on your thigh and you're like, and then you now got to the point where why are you stopping there? I mean,
keep going.
You're this far. Come on now.
I didn't say stop.
Right. Where the just like,
is this a threat or a promise?
That's awesome. The sweaty thing though is like, I would not want to. No, I mean, I sweat like when I get going. I sweat bad enough as it is. Like I have no problem if I do even marginal physical activity being pretty sweaty. So I would not want to drench my clothes. That would be horrific.
Yeah, that would not be a good time.
Yeah, no, I'm out on the sweating so much. Oh, this one's pretty good. Would you rather fart every time you laugh or burp every time you cry?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I would probably burp.
Really? God, that'd make a cry. I mean,
just because, like, if you're just having a good time, somebody makes you laugh, and you're just continually ripping ass.
I know, like, but it would make that. Think about how hard, because you laugh and then you'd fart, then they would start laughing harder.
You go on a date. You're sitting in the middle of a nice restaurant, and the girl says a really funny joke, and you start laughing like a nice hearty chuckle, and you just let one rip in the middle of the restaurant.
Oh, yeah, because then she's going to laugh. Nervous laughter, if anything.
Nervous laughter.
And then you're going to laugh, and then you're going to rip it. Now, it creates this really awesome cycle. Now, I don't know how you break it as they're kicking you out of the restaurant for being like, what the fuck? But because that's one of those things. Or you're with your buddies, they tell it. I mean, they would always be trying to get you to laugh because it would be this hilarious cycle of laughing and farting. The only reason I'd go with burp and cry over laugh and fart is because you're going to be in more situations of laugh and fart. Or at some point, it's going to get old.
Exactly what I'm thinking of. It's like, okay, how often do I actually cry? Yeah, not as much as I laugh. So
but now you're at your parents' funeral and you're bawling and you're burping, and now that makes you even more frustrated and sad, and it's that other vicious circle.
Yeah, but that happens less.
All right, well, and I like the comedic effect of the fart every time you laugh, though, because I just think it amplifies it, because it's that. Because we've all done it to a degree, and actually, as you get older, your bodily functions kind of take.
It's happened to me before, where it's just literally like you're just like dying of laughter, and then you just let it go.
And you're like, I don't know, that's pretty fun. Burp every time you cry, just because you do it less. That's fair. I can see that. Let's see. Ooh, this one's kind of sad. This will be an interesting answer. Would you rather eat your family pet or kill your parents? That's an awkward question. How did my family pet die? That's the real question.
It's probably just died of old age, and you're starving, and you eat a dog or a cat or a tortoise.
Ooh. Well, the turtle could just be delicacy.
It could be a fish too.
Yeah, but what? Well, I mean,
if we're going strictly dog, I would eat the fucking pet either way. I'm not gonna murder my parents.
I don't want to kill my parents, but I'm thinking that what's gonna make the family pet most tasty? Because if they die really old, is the meat gonna be any good?
Slow roast that bitch.
Slow roast.
Put it in the crock pot.
There you go.
The meat will fall off the bone. I'm telling you right now. You can make anything taste good with that and put enough seasoning, garlic powder.
And you're crying the whole time. Buttons is so tasty.
Not buttons.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the circle of life.
I want to know who answers the other way. It's like,
I would fucking murder my parents.
Yeah, that pet was more family than you ever were.
Showed me more love in their short life than you ever did.
I bet that's out there, though. Somebody 100%. Out there is like...
There's a lot of people who are spiteful of their parents.
Yeah, I'm off on you bitches.
There's people who murder their parents.
Well, that's true. But would they eat their family pet?
Probably not if they murdered their parents.
Maybe that's why they murdered their parents.
Because they ate them. Oh, my God.
They show up to dinner and it's roasted, like, schnauzer. They take the little cap off and then it's like...
Oh, no!
Then it's throwing butter knives and everything else. Yeah, that's a family feast I'd like to see.
I'm sure it's happened somewhere.
Ooh.
Probably in Europe.
Here we go. Would you rather have sex with somebody or with someone with really bad BO or really bad breath?
Ooh. Probably bad breath.
I mean, sex smells aren't always the
Yeah,
greatest to
I
begin
mean,
with. So, but
I was like, you're probably dealing with BO at least a third of the time. At least.
Yeah, I was gonna say the PO is gonna happen, but I'm with you. Really bad breath. I don't have to kiss him, right?
Yeah.
You know, think about because
Or you just
think about some of those.
start chewing gum beforehand, and then you kind of just spit it in their mouth.
You're like,
This is sexy, right?
you come in with like a whole bunch of liquid in your mouth. What do you got there? You spit a bunch of scope in their mouth. Sorry, honey. All I picture with the
freshening up.
all I picture with the bad breath is like a really bad, cracked out, like street corner worker that's all like
Flip
methed
around your
out.
stomach,
Yeah,
stick her head in a pillow. You don't have to smell that.
I'm guessing that's why. Isn't that one of the like prostitution rules? You never kiss the John, right? You know,
Yeah.
it's like so the bad breath we can get past, but I still think you're gonna run into the. I mean, not necessarily bad BO, but man, sex has its own smell.
Yeah.
You know, so
I was like, you're dealing with that anyways.
yeah.
So I guess BO, but every single time.
But really bad BO. See,
Yeah.
so that's the notch it up part where no, I'm thinking I'm going with the really
That's
bad
also
breath.
Fish Factory.
Ah, very true. Yeah, no, you can push like you said, what's the matter if their head's stuffed in a pillow?
Yeah. Flip them on their stomach.
Go to
Man.
town.
Don't look at me.
I'm sorry, but you cannot kiss me before you go. Cab money's over there.
Breathe into this pillow for me real quick.
I already scheduled your Uber. You go away now. Ouch. Oh, and the scope. It's on the nightstand.
Scope, it's on the nightstand.
Looking out for the next
I
guy.
have a piece of gum here as well. There's also a toothbrush because you don't seem to know what that fucking is. And a recommendation to my dentist.
You've got this lined out.
Thanks for coming over.
Ian has some sex standards, ladies. I'm just saying.
Bad breath grosses me the fuck out.
Yeah. Would you rather see your other half in a porn video or your parents?
Probably other half. One,
Yeah.
I don't have another half right now, so that's easy to say. I just don't want to watch my parents fuck.
Well, right. I don't want to see my parents go to town either. I don't want to know how I was made. Like that's
I
what
do not know want to know the
Yeah.
exact process
Yeah,
that happened
exactly.
for my creation.
I went to anatomy class. I get the gist. I don't want to see it in action.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the other half in the porn video, absolutely, because
Like, does it say you're forced to watch it or just know that they're in it?
it just says, "Would you rather see your
Oh,
other
okay, so
half?"
you have
in
to
a,
watch it.
You do have to watch it, but I'm thinking then you're gonna know what they're down for, or maybe you learn some moves in there. You're like, "Oh, they seem to like that." I mean, you're getting a perspective.
Watching some tape.
Yeah, I was like, "I'm bringing my A game next time." I don't
Working up an offense that'll get you going.
Yeah, I don't care if he's hung more than I am. I got a game plan. Yeah, definitely. Other half in the porn. God, could you imagine that? Your parents. And what age of your parents? Now, that's a better question. Young parents? Like pre-having new parents? Maybe they're kind of young and sexy. Wouldn't be too bad of a porn. You could get past that. That's my parents because they're not
This
what
is
you
how
see
I
now.
was made. Remember what we were saying earlier?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm thinking, but if we're talking...
Plus, when does that get into like the incestual level of watching your family have sex? Like,
Yeah.
there's that whole
that
moral
uncomfortable
code.
level where people are like, families are like just too sexually open. Where
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, we wander around naked. What's the big deal? Everybody has it. And you're
It's
like,
just
yeah,
a human body.
yeah, it's called fucking modesty. So, and I don't want to know that you're that comfortable with your son or daughter. Like, I don't need that. Yeah, no. All right, you're right. I was trying to find the positive in it. And then I started
the
thinking,
positive in my parents' porn video.
Then I was thinking my parents at the current age. I'm like, nah, nobody wants to see
Nobody
that,
would.
right? I mean,
I don't even know if I want to see that.
I was gonna say, I don't know that I'd want to watch my own porn at that age, right? You know, like, hey, honey, let's. Ooh, nope. Don't need to see that.
Let's change something up here.
God, where did those wrinkles come from? Like, it's a perspective of myself I don't need. Would you rather cheat and be caught or be cheated on and never be told? Yeah.
I have a strong moral code against cheating, so I don't want to be a cheater.
Yeah, I'm thinking I don't like either of these.
I feel like I would rather get cheated on because I would still feel good about myself. Like,
well, and never be told. So
it's like you don't find out.
What you don't know can't hurt you kind of thing?
Yeah, but it's more of just like my conscience than anything.
Yeah, I'm with you because the cheating in general is bad, but if cheating being caught, like, I couldn't live with myself at that point.
I would turn so purple.
Yeah. I would totally answer that other question. This combined, my level of embarrassment would be purple beyond belief. Well, something would be purple, that's for sure. Yeah, I think I'm going with ignorance is bliss, man. I just don't want to know.
Yeah.
I mean, they get to live with that hell. They can beat themselves up. Bet you get some really good stuff out of it, too. Like little extras, you know, where they're like their guilt gets to them sometimes.
Yeah, it'd be like what's that Edgar Allan Poe thing? The heartbeat beneath the floorboards or whatever.
Oh, yeah, but that dude was sad.
What? He murdered somebody.
Oh, still depressing. I mean, there's times it's not.
It's a great story about guilt and how to not be a shitty person.
This is true. Would you rather wear someone else's dirty underwear or use their toothbrush? Ooh, this brings up some moral dilemmas for people.
I've used somebody else's toothbrush before, so I'm gonna go with that one.
Does the dirty underwear have like skid marks or something? Like, is it sweaty?
Yeah, like did they just work out in it and it's like drenched? They just have a jock.
How bad would that be? You go grab a pair of underwear out the drawer.
Do they have crabs?
I'm not gonna get chlamydia from this. How did you get that venereal disease? I don't know.
I wonder if that's got to be possible. You're rubbing your junk
on, I'm sure. I mean, how long? Well, the question is how long does it live there before, you know?
Yeah, but this person, okay, we're assuming this person spent a full work day in their underwear.
Well, I'm more worried about skid marks. Like, you know, did they shit their pants a little bit? No, I'm not putting that on. I mean,
well, skid marks could just be from somebody just not wiping all the way.
Right,
just doing a shitty job, you know, rushed at work.
Yeah, it happens.
I think I would rather do toothbrush because I've done that before, and you just run that bitch under some hot water. That kills most bacteria.
Well, that's part of the toothpaste too. I mean, it's literally a brush with cleaner on it, and then you rinse it off. I mean, and then you're putting cleaner on it again before you use it. I can get over it. The toothbrush thing doesn't bother me. I can give two shits. It'd be like, yeah, whatever. There's a toothbrush there? Yep, I'm in. All right, Ian, would you rather have a 1-minute conversation with your past self or your future self?
Ooh, probably my past self.
Future.
Why?
Well, I could give you the runaround here of
gambling.
There's always that. Hey, that's like a
what's the Powerball numbers?
Yeah, that's a 10-second conversation.
This Friday.
What's the numbers? Who covered? Like, yeah, I think we could accomplish some shit in an hour or in a minute. No, future self. I'd rather know what's coming. I don't want to rehash shit that I already have a conversation with my past self. That's what goes on in my head every time, going, oh, you screwed this up. Why'd you do that? No, I want future stuff. Then again, I don't know that I want future self telling me how I'm about to fuck up.
Yeah, that's where I'm more worried about. Like, oh yeah, all this shitty stuff is going to happen. Mom died when you were 25 years old and shit like that. And it's just like, well, now I have that shit to look forward to.
Yeah.
Which you could make into like a positive thing. Like, I'm going to spend this much time with mom now.
You could, but I'm thinking my future self would be exactly what you said, all about the gambling, and be like, no. I'd be like, so what happened? No, shut up. All right, Packers by 3. Giants don't cover. The A's win the World Series. And yeah, bet on black. So I'm out.
Yeah, and it's only 1 minute, so how long of a conversation can you actually have?
Well, I know it'd be at least 1 minute. I'd shut up and listen. I mean,
you have to ask one question. It's pretty much asking like what one question.
It's not even asking one question. It's like, give it to me. Just shut up and listen for a minute.
Tell me everything.
Yeah. How fast can you talk? If you could reincarnate yourself, would you rather come back as a human or an animal?
Do I remember my past life?
Depends. As a human, no. As an animal, yes.
I don't know. I think being a dog would be pretty cool. But then I think about the dogs that get eaten in Asia. So I could be one of those dogs. But I could also be a human in like sub-Saharan Africa.
God, that's
like working in a sand mine. So
yeah, I mean, the animal thing I like the idea of. Depends on what I get to be. I'm with you. I kind of like the dog because, I mean, or even dogs or cats, either one. I mean, they kind of, as a house pet, it's like, well, fuck it. I'm in. This is a good gig. But then you get the ones that get abused or neglected or, there's always the crappy side to that, right?
But I mean,
little Johnny decides to put firecrackers in its butt, like, I don't want to be that house pet.
You're the house pet of Ted Bundy, where he starts dissecting children, not children.
Well, I mean, as long as he treats you right.
But I'm saying, like, serial killers and stuff, like, take out.
Yeah, that's a lot of times where they start.
It's just a tough one because it's such a random thing.
Yeah, but let's be honest, human life. I'm still thinking animal. Even if I'm like the deer in the wild that gets hunted or whatever, at least it's going to be quick when I go most of the time, right? But
there's wolves, cougars. Like, you literally get torn apart by a pack of wolves. Feel about 75% of that until you literally pass out from shock.
Yeah, but you also, though, you could come back as like a bird or something like that, I know they still got their predators, but think of all the he'd be great as Peeping Tom, right? Sit looking in windows, especially if you could have that level of consciousness, like your past life as a human. You'd be like, oh, what do they got going on in there? Ooh. Yeah,
that would probably be an animal.
I say
just for the different experience too.
That's why. The different experience. Already been through this human shit. Don't really
doesn't have to live for such a long time.
I was gonna say, and it's a shorter experience than most. No, because
I'm a tortoise.
I was gonna say, because if you come back as a turtle, a turtle would be a horrible fucking
Would you
existence.
rather be a tortoise or a sea turtle? These are my questions now.
Either one. Sea turtle. At least I get to, I don't know, see the world.
Cruise the ocean, eat some jellyfish, eat a plastic bag.
Ugh.
I don't know.
With all the shit we dump in the oceans? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Where do tortoises normally live? Just imagine walking out in the forest and you see a giant freaking turtle. Like a tortoise, like one of those Galapagos Islands ones. Just imagine. What would you, like... You've never seen one before. Would you think that's like a dinosaur or something?
Yeah, I mean that's the whole idea when we talk about, like, everybody talks about aliens, right? Like, we all talk about space, but we have no idea what's in the bottom of the ocean, right?
That's true.
Like,
there's some weird shit down there.
Yeah, I was gonna say when they do find some of these fish and some of that stuff that's in the deep ocean that doesn't get light, so it's all we worry about that. And that's the other thing when people talk aliens, that idea of, okay, what if the aliens were plant life or the same thing? What if they're here and what if the aliens aren't coming from space, but what if they're coming out of the ocean, right? That idea of we want this otherworldly and these planets. Well, what if the idea is they're here and they're already down there? That whole idea of like Atlantis or something like that, And why do aliens have to be human-like?
That's just, I think that's more of a how we see intelligence and how
we process it. Yeah.
It's like, okay, they have to be somewhat similar to us. Like that's how evolution works. But I'm not a scientist, so I really don't know that much about it. I'm sure there's cat people somewhere in the universe.
Oh, probably. Could you imagine though? You're petting your dog, next thing you know, he stands up on his hind legs, starts talking to you, throws his paws up on the counter. What's for dinner, Ian?
Still that same dry kibble shit I've been feeding you for the past 5 years.
Right? Yours is on the floor, pal.
You're from the bowl.
Talking doesn't make you special. You eat out of the bowl.
I might give you a hamburger once a week now, but that's about it.
Shit. Right? Here you go. Would you rather not have sex for a year or have it every day of your life but not orgasm ever?
I have sex for a year.
Yeah, dude, that would be brutal.
I spent all high school like that. It's fine.
Yeah, I was like, I've already pulled this off before, so, I mean, this is easy. But think about that. You have sex every day. That would be like such work. No payoff. Is that how women feel?
Probably.
They're like, yeah, you lay here and take a pounding and get nothing out of it.
Yeah, but that's a completely different question for men and women then, I guess.
It really is. I was just going to say there's some woman somewhere who's like, that is my daily life. What are you talking about?
There's for both sides.
Yeah.
It's like, I haven't had sex for 5 years.
I'm living this every day. I just, either side, I think of that idea to like no orgasm but have to do it every day. It'd be so job-like.
Let's think of this logistically. Every day. That's going to take up some time.
It is, especially with
if you don't do it for a year, imagine how much more time you have on your plate to learn some other hobby.
Yeah.
Or skill.
Even once you do have sex after that year's up, it ain't going to be long.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I say it'd be like work, especially too, because at least the first little while until you finally came to terms with that you're just not going to have the orgasm, you would be trying so hard.
Well, can you do it like afterwards? Can you just like finish yourself off, or is it just like you just can't?
It says, not.
You're just not able to.
It says
sex.
Yeah, it says not orgasm ever.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would still do for.
Yeah, I would go without shit for a year. That would be brutal. Brutal. Oh, would you rather be constantly itchy or constantly sticky? This is a good one.
I think I would say sticky.
Nope. Oh, God, I don't know.
I hate being itchy. I hate bug bites.
I hate being itchy too, but I do not like the sticky feeling at all.
Well, because, like, okay, if you're itchy, you're always scratching that. Then you're going to just get bloody and scabby, and unless you have, like, some special gloves that you're just, like, trying to itch yourself with. Because there's no way. I guess. No, because you would always be itchy, so your mind couldn't block it out after a while.
Right?
It would just get more and more itchy.
All I picture is like itched out like a crackhead, scratching themselves. You're just walking
and
around
like
all
your
the time.
whole entire body, or like, because if my whole entire body's sticky, I can't grab paper or like toilet paper or anything. But if it's just like my arms or something like that,
I think I'd actually.
I dive really into these questions.
I'm going itchy. I don't think I could handle the sticky for those reasons, logistical reasons. The itchy would stuck. I'd look like I was on meth all the time because I'd have sores and shit like that. But I think you could cover yourself enough like.
But that's the thing. You could cover yourself in enough stuff to not be sticky, where you could continually do the things you need to do.
I don't like the sticky feeling. Like, I think I could handle the itchy, like come to terms with itchy far sooner than I can
That's
come
the
with
thing.
sticky.
You're always going to be itchy, so you can't just come to terms with it. You're always going to want to scratch yourself. Because that's the whole thing of being itchy. It's not like,
I know, but
this itches. It's like, oh, I have to scratch this.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, have you ever had that itch you scratch, and even though the itch doesn't go away, but it does still feel good? I think. See, there's some positives in there where
But the
you're
itch
like,
never goes away.
eh.
It's like heroin. You will never catch the dragon. You will never scratch that itch ever again. You can cover yourself up with the sticky stuff.
I disagree with you. I'm going itchy.
Or I can just lube myself.
I can just lube up. That's
counteract the stick.
Yeah, I'm gonna test my luck. I'm going itchy for sure. Would you rather spend the day wearing wet socks or spend the day with a popcorn kernel stuck in your teeth? Oh, damn.
Wet socks, you get blisters.
Again.
Am I walking around Disney World with wet socks? Because if I'm just doing my day job with wet socks, I don't really care. Because I'm sitting in front of a computer for the most part.
I don't like the feeling of wet socks at all, in the slightest.
You just run out in the morning on like the grass and got some dew on it, and you just step in it, and you're just like, oh.
Yeah, I'm switching socks immediately. Like, I'm out. I can't.
I feel like there's going to be a point where you get used to it.
I think you're right. There is the popcorn kernel, though. I'd be fucking with it until I got it out of my teeth.
Yeah.
So if I was,
I'd be constantly digging in my mouth and stuff. And it's just like, okay, I'll just fucking put some shoes on and deal with these wet socks instead.
Yeah, I think I could come to terms, I guess, with the wet socks
or some flip flops.
I don't know about the flip flops.
With wet socks?
Oh no, no, that's horrible.
Gives it more of a chance to dry.
You're like, the lubrication will wear off faster. This is a good question. Would you rather?
Are you dealing with the kernel or wet socks?
Oh, I'll suck up wet socks. I would fuck with the kernel way too much.
Yeah. Okay.
And it eventually hurt my teeth. You ever get that something stuck in your teeth for a long time and you can't get it out, and then
you like dig at your gums and stuff.
Yeah, even once you finally get it out, you're like, oh my god, it's so sore. Yeah, no, I mean, some wet feet. Yeah, it was a shitty day. I finally got them off at the end of the day, dried my feet out, and I can move on with my life.
Got super pretty feet, but it's okay.
They've aged so much over the course of the day. They're now so wrinkly. Yeah. I guess I could really throw off a foot fetish person. Think if that was your job. Like, I'm not getting paid today.
I'm getting paid today.
Would you rather?
I'm sure there's people out there for pretty feet, sorry. You just hit a whole nother niche.
Yeah, right. Would you rather drink 2 liters of piss or 2 liters of sweat? My first question is going to be, was the 2 liters of piss, did somebody, whatever that piss was, did it come from?
Are they hydrated?
Are they hydrated? And did they eat asparagus?
Because, sweat, you're dealing with BO.
Right. That's the
smell of sweat.
The smell of
it's
sweat.
Be super salty.
Well, I'm okay with salty. The thing about piss, whether we like it or not, it's at least been filtered, right?
Yeah.
Still, but that's what I say.
And
how high?
It's probably it's okay. We'll say it's your own excrement. So whether it's
it's my own piss.
Yeah, your own piss or your own sweat. It just has to be a 2 liter. But you don't get to prepare for it. You just wake up in the morning and they're like, "Here, you have to do this or this."
Ooh, that could be bad for me because there are days I know I'm not hydrated. That'd not be lovely. I don't really want to. Well, if it's my own, I actually think I'm going with sweat.
I think I would drink my own piss.
Yeah?
Yep.
Nope, I think nah. I don't know. I'd struggle with this. I'm trying to think of like, well, it's my own, you know, and then, you know, when you get that little...
It's like, I already drank this water.
right? And, you know, it's already gone through me once. Why does it have to go through me again?
Well, if I filter it enough through my body, if it'll just turn back to water.
Well, at that point, we're going with piss. Ah. All right, I guess piss it is.
Piss, 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 piss.
You piss drinking motherfucker. Would you rather lick someone's armpit or have someone else lick your armpit?
Just once?
I'm going to say yeah, once.
I don't know. I think I would have somebody lick my armpit.
Yeah, I think so too.
Is it like a full, like, bottom of armpit to top?
But what I think of too is like, I don't know. Well, we'll just say bottom to top.
Or just circling the piss?
Circling the pit. This isn't a rim job. This is... I think of it like when you, and maybe you probably never done this. You ever fucked with somebody, you lick their cheek?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think of it in that terms, but people are, I've met a few people that are really sensitive about their armpits. Like just in general.
Yeah.
So I could see where somebody be like, no, I'll do the licking. But no, I'm not sensitive about arms, and I really don't want to lick.
I'll just, because if there's going to be somebody who's going to lick my armpit, they're going to want to do it. And I'll just make sure I'm clean and just be like, here, lick my armpit. And then they get to lick it. They get their rocks off. I win this. What would you rather?
That's true. Oh, I wouldn't even go as far as you. You're like, and if you're down for that, whatever, knock yourself out. That's your fetish, not mine. Yeah. You know. Although, how clean is their mouth? I'm just saying, before they go.
Can I just be in the shower and can they lick my armpit?
I mean, because there's some mouths out there that you might be like, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I'd have somebody lick my armpit.
Yeah, I think that's hands down. I could, again, though, there's a lot of fetishes out there.
Could I lick somebody's armpit if I had to? Yes. But given the choices, would definitely rather have my armpit licked.
I would have to be married to them. Just saying. We're getting that personal. But that goes back. I worked with a guy once that his favorite question to ask people was, "You ever licked a butthole?" And so this is now like one of the things I turn back when people are like, "I won't eat that. I won't do this. I won't do this." But have you licked a butthole? And most people answer yes, right? So you're like, okay, you won't do all these things, but you have no problem shoving your tongue up somebody's ass, right?
Well, hormones come into that decision.
I'm just saying, you went there once. It ain't the worst thing you've ever done, but
it's not the best thing either.
So,
no, I don't want to eat Brussels sprouts. Yeah, I'll lick somebody's asshole.
Here's my options. Plate of Brussels sprouts, asshole it is every time. Would you rather have a 10-inch long belly button that swayed to music or accordions for legs?
What? Who comes up with this question?
I don't know. This one's amazing, though. I really kind of like this one.
Accordions for legs? Well,
first, I mean...
you're becoming a one-man band just with your legs.
You are, but think about the belly button, because this means you have an outie.
This means you have like a wacky inflatable tube man for a belly button.
Again, this goes back to like the fingers for nipples.
Yeah.
I can helicopter this bitch.
Just keep giving me things I can helicopter on my body, please.
And it sways to music, right? You go to the club, you don't even have to dance. You stand there and your belly button's doing its thing.
Just raise your shirt. Everybody's like, belly button, belly button.
Oh, dude, you'd be the hit at so many parties.
Oh.
Now,
You could
according
put like a little costume and stuff on it too. You could get creative. with
yeah,
shit.
I actually think the 10-inch long belly button is the way to go here.
Can I buy this online?
In my head, what I see in place of, the fish, the like big mouth bass or Billy Bass or whatever that sings, how it flips forward. I see that with like the 10-inch belly button, right? It's just kind of hanging out there, and then the song comes on, and it's like, it just flips itself up, and then it's like moving all over to the music, almost like it's the singer now.
Yeah, see, mine, I'm thinking wacky inflatable tube man.
Oh,
it's
just
deflated. Once the music comes on, it just starts going fucking ham. Just
mind of its own, doing everything it possibly can. Oh yeah,
definitely taking the belly button.
Me too.
Fuck accordion legs.
Yeah,
Whoever does that is stupid.
That'd be horrible. Try walking around with that shit. I mean, besides the noise, all it is the theme music to your next fall. Oh, bam! Yeah.
Can you imagine falling downstairs with the accordions for legs?
Would you be like a slinky at that point? Could you flip them just right to like kind of make your way down the stairs?
Somersaulting down the stairs with your accordion legs.
That would be awesome. Would you rather be constantly naked or always have people watch you have sex?
Probably constantly naked.
Nope. I could go with I'd rather just have people watch me.
I would just live in a nudist colony.
Oh, see, that's just creepy.
How's that creepy? I'm amongst my people.
The whole nudist colony thing to me is creepy. I don't get it. Like, look.
This just goes back to the modesty thing.
Well, it does. Hey, I'll take this for myself. Ain't nobody want to see me naked. Only one person.
If you want to watch me, good for you.
Yeah, there's only one person in this world that I can honestly say willingly wants to see me naked, and I married them. So, like, other than that, I don't think people are lining up going, yeah, I'd like to see that guy right there.
That guy fucks.
Yeah, come on, buddy, take it off. Let's see what you got going on. No, and not only that, there are very few people in this world I want to see naked.
It doesn't say that people have to come see me naked. I could go run out into the wilderness and be the baby squatch that I was meant to be.
Well, yeah, that's true. It's just saying you're constantly naked, but I'm thinking of other people's, like, they don't want to see that.
I could become a hermit and never leave my house ever again.
But if I have to have people watch me have sex, not a big deal. I mean, there's all different strokes for different folks, right?
Yeah.
I mean, think of Pornhub alone. Like, there's every possible thing imaginable.
Every time they have sex.
Right. I was gonna say. So at that point, it's like, okay, I don't know. Maybe they have some pointers. Maybe there's something in there. I'm doing. I'll take this back to like.
Somebody coach me real quick.
Ooh, narrate it.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, I'd hire the voiceover guy in the action movie theme like we got for the trailer. Be like. One man on a mission. I'd pay that dude to narrate my life. That'd be epic everywhere you go. Yeah, I'd love it. Especially sex. That'd be so great.
Come on, man. I need a little hype up here.
Be like, that'd be awesome. Not only that, here, I'll throw this out there. Maybe having the people watch you have sex would only make you better at it, right? Because the nerves would play in there. So
and then you would probably have a motivation to get really in shape and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it may have. If people, I may want to.
Might be good for you,
right? I could
turn. People should do this.
Turn it.
This is why OnlyFans keeps taking off.
You can't stop. Could you imagine that? You hire like a personal trainer, and they're like, "Oh, this is what we're doing." Well, wait, why? You're supposed to like show me how to do stuff at the gym. You'll never do it until you're shamed here. Shaming you while you're having sex. Yeah. Look at that belly. It's sitting right on her ass.
Come on, you're better than this.
You can do that position if you just stretched a little. Coaching you through it. Oh, yeah, that'd be rough. That would be rough. All right, one last one here really quick. We'll wrap her up. Would you rather be just friends with someone you love or marry someone you hate?
Just friends.
Oh, yeah. That's simple.
Let's do another one.
All right. Would you rather be born with an elephant trunk or a giraffe neck? Man, all right. The appendage thing. I want the trunk.
I want a helicopter.
I just...
Okay, giraffe neck, though. Have you seen giraffes fight?
Yeah, they're pretty badass, but man, that elephant trunk, you could do some damage with that. I just think it's more fun.
Can my arms reach my head?
No.
That's big, so then I can't put any food in my mouth. I literally have to sit 4 feet back from the table and just be like, bang!
Right, but this is why the elephant trunk is better. You go to the bar and you can steal the 4 seats down drink, right? You can be like
extra hand.
Yeah, I mean, I think the elephant trunk could get you some real play in some spots.
You could do a lot with that.
Mm-hmm. Elephant trunk all the way. Yeah, no, giraffe neck, no, elephant trunk. I just need that appendage. Helicopter, here we come! Quadcopter. With my elephant trunk, my finger nipples, and my 10-inch belly button.
Pentacopter, sorry.
I will take flight with this bitch. Man, you'd be such a freak show and everybody would love it. They'd be like, oh my God, did you see that guy?
He has a fucking trunk.
Oh, it would be epic.
There's people with trunks right now, right?
I think so. There's a lot of fucked up things out there. Poor bastards. And on that note, we will wrap it up. Thank you again for listening. You just had your time with just Ian and Casey, and we appreciate you listening. Brock will be with us again soon. As always, like us on Facebook, Dose Dysfunction. Join our Facebook community, Dose of Dysfunction. Add us at DOD Podcast or Dysfunction Podcast. Always looking for suggestions. You can email us, doseofdysfunctionpodcast@gmail.com. Any of those things, we greatly appreciate you and your time. Thank you again for listening. Good night.